very scrapey around here. Watch out for huge plows. You want the thing scooping you up. Like any motorcycle, it's got its limits. You know, the Fat Boy, one of the bigger limits is the lean angle. Doesn't mean you can't have fun. You should just push any bike to its limits, whether it be the engine or its dynamics in terms of handling. It's fun. But precautions you gotta take are, if you're used to riding a sport bike, this thing can't just keep leaning it over if the corner starts tightening on you. So you get some tighter corners like on this road, or there are other roads that are a lot worse because the corner radii can decrease as you're getting through it and get really, really steep. You can't make that final adjustment because you have no more lean room. So you're forced to either run wide or keep scraping until you scrape something that doesn't flex, like something other than a floorboard, and you lift the rear tire. So as long as you're mindful of that, you'll be safe. Out here. Last time I was up here on my S1000R, I had a guy in a, I think it was a Softail in front of me. He was riding pretty quick, but man, he just wouldn't let me go, so I blew his doors off. But hey man, you know what kind of bike you're on, and you can play if you want. I mean, if you're feeling playful, that's fine, but the problem is after I took his doors, I could see him in the background, like really trying to crank the speed up, try to keep up with me. The guy's gonna kill himself, man. That bike has no business trying to keep up with what's really a modified super bike. To each their own though, you know. You talk about safety, but hey, if someone wants to decapitate themselves, who am I to stop them? Call me either brave or stupid for going for a brisk ride in an area that's notorious for not having any cell phone coverage after the engine shut down yesterday. You can scrape, but you know. Fun road. I'm always debating which bike to bring up here, and they're both so much fun in different ways. I mean, you take a 150, 200 mile ride each way, depending on which route you take, and detours. And the ride up here is better on the Harley. The sounds are better, it's more comfortable. Little extra storage. More conducive to adding storage if I need it. But once you get up here, of course, S1000R, that reigns. This is like a great road for it. So I just alternate. Next time I come, I'll take the S1000R. Yeah, you can see that black and white from a distance. Yeah, up that Civic's bumper. It's comfortable. Roads are beautiful. I'm not sure how many of you have roads like this around the place where you live. But to have a road where you can carry a decent pace, that has a lot of corners, elevation changes, and no red lights, it's very important. We're gonna crash here. Let's go help out. Out of interest to this guy, I'm not recording because I think that's disrespectful, so I'm going to shut the camera off, right? I'm sure you guys understand. So I just pulled away. It's a young guy. He's been riding probably not much more than a year. It's on a Ducati Monster. I didn't even look at the output. Apparently he had an accident earlier this year. He said a car pulled out in front of him, and that's why he crashed. Although I can say that most often when that happens, it's due to some higher speeds, and you have a hard time stopping, although that's not always the case. But in this instance, it was around a hill that, I mean, you saw the spot, and off of the actual, not the road surface, but just the breakdown part of the lane, there's a lot of gravel. So he said he must have taken his eye off the turn of the road, probably just did for a second, ran wide, and target fixated. That's probably what happened. Hit the gravel and low-sided. He's okay. His hip's pretty banged up. His adrenaline was running pretty good, so he was walking around when I got there. By the time I left, the pain in his hip was too intense. He was using me and the other lady that stopped for him as a crutch. The fireman that was just in the area stopped and offered to call a AAA truck to come bring his bike down the hill at least, if not drop it off at his house or a shop. The guy's gonna get that hip checked out because the pain is too intense for him to walk. But he's lucky. He's got his marbles. Fireman said it happens daily up there. I'll tell you, this suspension makes such a difference on a road like this. The road isn't perfect, like every road. It's got some bumps, and it just doesn't wallow like it used to. It felt like, you know, the engine, the brakes were at times separated from the chassis. That's the ambulance coming for that guy. You see, where you ride and where you push it, most people, and if you're gonna do it, it's best in a more remote place like this. Now there are more remote places and less, of course, but you can see the response times here. I mean, this is some slow response. You're really injured, and you really have a problem with maintaining. They're really sending the crew after him now. Bit of an overreaction unless they're going somewhere else. Not a bit, a complete overreaction. If you're bleeding and you run the risk of exsanguinating, you're not going to last very long out here. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It's not a time thing. Your risk of dying or sustaining serious injury before you can get the appropriate attention is much higher the further away you are from a major medical center. It's just a reality. Another thing to keep in mind when you find those empty roads that are out in the boonies, if something does happen. Not under the ideal circumstances. Wow, this can't just be for him. I think that, you know, well, I can't say it's a problem. They have to treat everything like it's the worst case. First of all, the people responding, people that aren't the guy that stopped. All they get is a story, and things could worsen. By the time they show up, things could change. So they gotta come, guns blazing, you know, and be under the impression that it's the worst case scenario. Because if they don't, and things go poorly, and now they're involved, it's their head on the line. So it's really all or nothing. In his case, the bottom line, simple reality was, he couldn't walk under his own weight any significant difference. So what does that mean? It means he's going to be picked up and taken to a place that can evaluate him more closely. There is a phenomenon, though. I think most motorcyclists are familiar with this. Whenever you see an accident, shortly afterwards, your riding becomes a little less aggressive. Because you've suddenly been presented on a platter with the consequences of taking things too far.